In botany, succulent plants, also known as succulents, are sometimes fat plants, plants that have some parts that are more than normally thickened and fleshy, usually to retain water in arid climates or soil conditions. The word succulent comes from the Latin word sucus, meaning juice or sap. Succulent plants may store water in various structures, such as leaves and stems. Some definitions also include roots, so that geophytes that survive unfavorable periods by dying back to underground storage organs may be regarded as succulents. In horticultural use, the term succulent is often used in a way which excludes plants that botanists would regard as succulents, such as cacti. Succulents are often grown as ornamental plants because of the striking and unusual appearance. About 60 different plant families contain succulents. In some families, such as Cactaceae, Agavoideae, Azoaceae, and Crassulaceae, most plants are succulents. The habitats of these water-preserving plants are often in areas with high temperatures and low rainfall. Succulents have the ability to thrive on limited water sources, such as mist and dew, which makes them equipped to survive in an ecosystem which contains scarce water sources. Definition. A general definition of succulents is that they are drought-resistant plants in which the leaves, stem or roots have become more than usually fleshy by the development of water-storing tissue. Other sources exclude roots as in the definition. A plant with thick, fleshy and swollen stems and/or leaves adapted to dry environments. Quote, "This difference affects the relationship between succulents and geophytes, plants that survive unfavorable seasons as a resting bud on an underground organ. These underground organs, such as bulbs, corms and tubers, are often fleshy with water-storing tissues. Thus, if roots are included in the definition, many geophytes would be classed as succulents. Plants adapted to living in dry environments such as succulents are termed xerophytes. However, not all xerophytes are succulents, since there are other ways of adapting to a shortage of water, e.g. by developing small leaves which may roll up or having leathery rather than succulent leaves. Nor are all succulents xerophytes, since plants like Crassula helmsii are both succulent and aquatic. Those who grow succulents as a hobby use the term in a different way to botanists. In horticultural use, the term succulent regularly excludes cacti. For example, Jacobson's 3-volume Handbook of Succulent Plants does not cover cacti, and Cacti and Succulents is the title, a part of the title of many books covering the cultivation of these plants. However, in botanical terminology, cacti are succulents. Horticulturists may also exclude other groups of plants, e.g. bromeliads. A practical, but unscientific, horticultural definition is of succulent plant is any desert plant that a succulent plant collector wishes to grow. Such plants less often include geophytes but do include plants with a caudex, which is a swollen above-ground organ at soil level, formed from a stem, a root or both. A further difficulty is that plants are not either succulent or non-succulent. In many genera and families there is a continuous gradation from plants with thin leaves and normal stems to those with very clearly thickened and fleshy leaves or stems, so that deciding what is a succulent is often arbitrary. Different sources may classify the same species differently. Appearance. The storage of water often gives succulent plants a more swollen or fleshy appearance than other plants, a characteristic known as succulence. In addition to succulents, succulent plants variously have other water-saving features. These may include crassulation, acid metabolism to minimize water loss, absent reduced or cylindrical to spherical leaves, reduction in the number of stomata, stems as the main site of photosynthesis, rather than leaves, compact, reduced, cushion-like, columnar, or spherical growth form. Ribs enabling rapid increases in plant volume and decreasing surface area exposed to the sun. Waxy, hairy, or spiny outer surface to create a humid microhabitat around the plant, which reduces air movement near the surface of the plant, and thereby reduces water loss and creates shade. Roots very near the surface of the soil, so they are able to take up moisture from very small showers or even from heavy dew. Ability to remain plump and full of water even with higher internal temperatures. Very impervious outer cuticle. Mucilaginous substances, which retain water abundantly. Habitat. Origins. Many succulents come from dry areas such as steppes, semi-desert, and desert. High temperatures and low precipitation force plants to collect and store water to survive long dry periods. Some species of cactus can survive for months without rainfall. Succulents may occasionally occur as epiphytes, air plants, as they have limited or no contact with the ground, and are dependent on their ability to store water and get nutrients by other means. This niche is seen in Tillandsia. Succulents also occur as inhabitants of seacoasts and dry lakes, which are exposed to high levels of dissolved minerals that are deadly to many other plant species. Families and genera. Plant families and genera in which succulent species occur are listed below. Order Alismatales, Araceae, Zamioculcas. Order Apializaceae, Steganotenia, Iraliaceae, Cussonia. Order Asparagales, Amryllidaceae, Amacarus, Apodilerian, Boaphone, Brunsvigia, Crinum, Crossine, Cryptostephanus, Ceatanthus, Gethilis, Habranthus, Hemanthus, Hesse, Narine, Pancratium, Rauhia, Scadoxus, Stromaria, Zephyanthes. Asparagaceae subfamily Agavoideae, Agave, Beschornaria, Chlorophytum, Furcrea, Hesperalo, Hespera yucca, Yucca subfamily Asparagoideae, Asparagus subfamily Lomandroideae, Cordyline, subfamily Nolanoideae, Bocarnia, Calabanus, Dacilarian, Dracena, Nolina, Sansevieria, Iriospermum subfamily Siloideae, Albuca, Boea, Daubenia, Dipcardi, Drimia, Drimiopsis, Eucomus, Hyacinthus, Laconalia, Ledaburia, Litanthus, Masonia, Mawilla, Namophila, Ornithogalum, Pseudogaltonia, Pseudoprospero, Bresnova, Schizobasis, Schizocarphus, Spetia, Veldimia, Dorianthaceae, Dorianthus. Hypoxidaceae, Empodium, Hypoxis poridia, Saniella, Spiloxine. Iridaceae, Babiana, Casmans, Crocosomia, Devia, Diorama, Diotis, Duthiostrum, Pharoria, Freesia, Geyserisa, Gladiolus, Hesperantha, Ixia, Leperousia, Melisferilla, Micranthus, Moria, Pilencia, Radina Siphon, Romelia, Spaxus, Syringodia, Therianthus, Tritonia, Tritoniopsis, Watsonia, Xenoscarpa, Orchidaceae, Campae, Arangis, Ancelia, Volucella, Bulbophyllum, Calantha, Ceatorchus, Oberonia, Polystarchia, Tridactyl, Vanilla, Eulophia, Liparis, Aeschyclides, Acrolophia, Bartholina, Bonatia, Brachycorydis, Brownlia, Central Stigma, Seriatandra, Coricium, Sinorchus, Didymoplexus, Dissa, Disperis, Dracomonticola, Eulophia, Evatella, Gastrodia, Habanaria, Holothrix, Hartonia, Neobelusia, Nervilia, Pachides, Phalaenopsis, Platycorine, Plycocephalus asphodelaceae, subfamily Asphodeloideae, Aloe, Astrolabe times Astroworthia, Bulbine, Bulbinella, Chortularian, Gasteria, Howathia, Trichiandra, subfamilies Anotherioidae, Xantheria. Order Asterales, Asteraceae, Arctothica, Beriopsis, Chrysanthemoides, Coulterella, Crassicephalum, Didelta, Amelia, Eremothymnus, Gymnodiscus, Gynura, Hilardiella, Lophilarena. Monoculus, Nidorella, Osteospermum, Ardona, Phaneroglossa, Poecilolopes, Polyak iris, Ternia, Senecio, Solanaceo, Tripterus, Campanulaceae, Brigamia, Order Brassicales, Brassicaceae, Heliophila, Lepidium, Capridaceae, Maerua, Caricaceae, Carica, Jacarathea, Moringaceae, Moringa, Order Caryophyllales, Azoaceae, Corbiconia, Gasecia, Herianthus, Limium, Ophthalmophyllum, Sophesia subfamily Azoidae, Acrosynthase, Azoanthemum, Azoon, Galenia, Gunniopsis, Plinthus, Tetragonia subfamily Assembryanthemoideae, Aptenia, Arida aria, Aspazoma, Brownanthus, Calamophyllum, Calypsilon, Conophytum, Dactylopsis, Erepsia, Hymeria, Hartmanthus, Hymenogine, Marlothistella, Mesembryanthemum, Fiambolia, Philobolus, Prenia, Silicorlon, Rachiella, Sarazona, Silicium, Synaptophyllum, subfamily Rachioideae, tribe Apatesiae, Apatisia, Carpanthea, Caryotophora, Conicacea, Hymenogine, Sophesia, Sciatophytum, tribe Dorothiantheae, Ethiphyllum claritum Dorothianthus, tribe Rushiae, Acridon, Aloinopsis, Amphibolia, Antigibium, Antimima, Arenifera, Argyroderma, Astridia, Bergeranthus, Belia, Brownsha, Brianhuntlia, Carpobrotis, Caruanthus, Cephalophyllum, Sericlamis, Chasmatophyllum, Chaerodopsis, Circandra, Conophytum, Corpuscularia, Cylindrophyllum, Delosperma, Dicrocawan, Didymaotus, Dendranthus, Diplosoma, Dysphoma, Dracophilus, Drosynthemum, Abelensia, Ebractiella, Enargans, Ereptia, Estahuacenia, Falcaria, Fenestraria, Frithia, Gibium, Glottophyllum, Halianthus, Heriroa, Ilinfeldatia, Imitaria, Jacobsonia, Jensenobotria, Jordaniella, Jutadentaria, Cardia, Lampranthus, Lapidaria, Lipolcia, Lithops, Macherophyllum, Malephora, Mestoclima, Myrophytum, Mitriphyllum, Monolaria, Mossia, Muria, Namaquanthus, Namibia, Nananthus, Nelia, Neoenricha, Octopoma, Odontophorus, Oophytum, Ophthalmophyllum, Orthopterum, Oscularia, Ottosondaria, Plius Spilos, Polymeter, Samaphora, Rabea, Rhinophyllum, Rhombophyllum, Rachia, Rachianthemum, Rachianthus, Schlectranthus, Schwantasia, Scoplogena, Smicrostigma, Stenaria, Stobria, Stomatium tanquana, Titanopsis, Trichodiadema, Vanheardia, Vanzelia, Vlogia, Woolia, Zeoctophyllum subfamily Susuvioideae, Cypselia, Susuvium, Trianthema, Tribilicarpis, Zalia, Amaranthaceae, subfamily Amaranthoideae, Arthriva subfamily Chenopodioideae, Atriplex, Chenopodium, Dissicarpis, Inadia, Enclina, Erimophia, Halopeplus, Mariana, Malacacera, Neobicia, Osteocarphum, Rhagodia, Roycia, Halosarcha, Salicornia, Salsola, Sarcocornia, Scleroclamis, Sclerolarena, Suareda, Tectocornia, Threlcaldia, Basilaceae, and Redera, Basala, Cactusiae, Acanthocolisium, Acanthocerus, Ariocarpus, Armatocerus, Arojadoa, Arthrocereus, Astrophytum, Ostricactus, Aztecium, Bergrocactus, Blosfeldia, Brachystereus, Browningia, Brasiliacerus, Calimanthium, Carnegia, Cephalocerus, Cephalochiasticactus, Cereus, Cincia, Cypacerus, Clustercactus, Coleocephalocerus, Copiopoa, Coriocactus, Coryphon, the Dendrocerus, Denmo rosa, discocactus, discocactus, echinocactus, echinocereus, echinopsis, epiphyllum, epithelium, the Reiriocis, Escobaria, Escontria, Espostoa, Espostupsis, Eulychnia, Facheroa, Verocactus, Fralia, Geohentonia, Gymnocalycium, Hardycereus, Harricea, Hatiora, Hylocereus, Jasminocereus, Laciocereus, Leocereus, Lepisimium, Leptocereus, Leuchtenbergia, Lophofra, Myfuenia, Malacocarpus, Mammillaria, Mammiloidea, Maticana, Medicactus, Micranthopcerus, Miller, Monvilia, Myrtilocactus, Neobuxbomia, Neoloidea, Neoramondia, Neoverdemania, Obregonia, Opentia, Oreocereus, Eroia, Ortegocactus, Pachystrius parodia, Pediocactus, Pelicyphora, Peniocereus, Perischia, Perisciopsis, Pilosocereus, Polarschia, Precerus, Pseudoacanthopcerus, Pseudohysalis, Pterocactus, Pygmiocereus, Quiabentia, Rauhocereus, Rabutia, Risalis, Samiparticereus, Schlumbergera, Sclerocactus, Selenocereus, Stenocactus, Stenocereus, Stephanocereus, Stetsonia, Strombocactus, Tassinga, Thelocactus, Trichocereus turbinicarpus, Eubelmania, Webberacereus, Webberacereus, Jungacereus, Didiaceae, Aluraudia, Aluordiopsis, Decaria, Didiaea, Molaganaceae, Hypertellus, Phytolacaceae, Phytolaca, Portulacaceae, Amphipetalum, Anacam ceros, Avonia, Calyptrothica, Ceraria, Cistanth, Calandrinia, Dendropetuluca, Gremia, Luicea, Parachelia, Portulaca, Portulacaria, Shriteria, Talanella, Talanum. Order Comelonales, Comelinaceae, Anilema, Calicia, Cyanotis, Tradescantia, Tripigandra. Order Cornales, Losiceae, Schismocarpus. Order Cucurbitales, Begoniaceae, Begonia, Cucurbitaceae, Acanthoschizius, Apodanthera, Brandagia, Cephalopentandra, Ceratosynthase, Citrullus, Coccinia, Corallocarpus, Cucumella, Cucumis, Cucurbita, Cyclanthropsis, Dactylandra, Dendrositzius, Doiera, Uriindra, Favilia, Gerondanthus, Gynostema, Halositzius, Ibervilla, Kedostris, Legionaria, Mira, Momordica, Neelsymitra, Odoshitzius, Parasicius, Syrigia, Telfaria, Trochomeria, Trochomeriopsis, Tumamoca, Xeroshitzius, Zenaria, Zygositzius. Order Dioscorials, Dioscoraceae, Dioscoria. Order Ericales, Balsaminaceae, Impatiens, Ericaceae, Spherospermum, Fucariaceae, Fucaria. Order Fabales, Fabaceae, Dolonyx, Dolicos, Erythrina, Latonones, Neorautanina, Pachyrisis, Hylocyma. Order Gentianales, Apocynaceae, Adenium, Mandevilla, Pachypodium, Plumeria subfamily Asclepiadoidea, Absalmsia, Ostraluma, Aspidoglossum, Aspidonepsis, Bainsia, Brachystelma, Serapigia, Chlorocyathus, Sebiariza, Cordylogine, Cynantium, Dischidia, Discodiopsis, Duvaliandra, Eustigia, Fanninia, Phoca, Glossostelma, Hoya, Uescnalapes, Lavrania, Marsdenia, Miraglossum, Odontostelma, Ophianella, Orbianthus, Pachycarpus, Parapodium, Periglossum, Petopentia, Raphanagme, Rhyocrexia, Sarcoriza, Schizoglossum, Schlectrella, Stathmostelma, Stenostelma, Stomatostemma, Trachicalima, Trichocaon, Hylophora, Woodia, X. Ismalobium, Tribasclepiadum. De, subtribe Asclepiadni, Asclepias, subtribe Cynanchini, Sarcostema, subtribe Gonolobani, Matilia, tribe Maxillarii, subtribe Lycastinae, Rudolfiella, tribe Staplei, Angaluma, Caroluma, Desmidorchus, Duvalia, Echidnopsis, Edithcolia, Florea, Herdia, Wernia, Herniopsis, Lariligia, Notechidnopsis, Orbia, Orbiopsis, Pyranthus, Pachycymbium, Pectinaria, Pseudolithos, Pseudopectinaria, Quaqua, Ritidicoon, Stapia, Stapianthus, Stapiopsis, Tavaresia, Tridentia, Tremotriche, White Sloania subfamily Paraplocoidea, tribe Cryptolepidae, Cryptolepis, Rubiaceae, Anthorrhiza, Anthospermum, Hydrophytum, Hydrophylax, Myrmecodia, Myrmophytum, Phyla Hydrix, Squamularia. Order Geraniales, Geraniaceae, Monsonia, Pelargonium, Sarcocaon. Order Lamiales, Gesneriaceae, Aeschinanthus, Alcibia, Chirita, Codonanthe, Columia, Nematanthus, Cyningia, Streptocarpus, Lamiaceae, Eolanthus, Dorfina, Periaerostrum, Plectranthus, Rothica, Solanostemon, Tetradinia, Thorncroftia, Lentibilariaceae, Badaliaceae, Holubia, Pterodiscus, Sesamothymnus, Uncarina. Order Malpaiales, Euphorbiaceae, Snedoscolus, Euphorbia, Jatropha, Monodinium, Pedulanthus, Philanthus, Synodinium, Passifloraceae, Adenia, Philanthaceae, Philanthus. Order Malvales, Cochlospermaceae, Malvaceae, Adansonia, Cavanilesia, Seba, Pseudobombyx subgroup Sterculaliaceae, Brachychiton, Sticulia. Order Myrtales, Melastomaticeae, Medania. Order Oxalidales, Oxalidaceae, Oxalis. Order Peperaceae, Peperaceae, Peperomia. Order Poales, Bromeliaceae, Abromatiella, Ichme, Ananas, Catopsis, Conelia, Dicia, Hectea, Neoregalia, Puglia, Tillandsia, Vrisi, Poaceae, Dragiocloa. Order Ranunculales, Menispermaceae, Casmanera, Stephania, Tinospora. Order Rosales, Moraceae, Dorstenia, Ficus, Urticaceae, Laportia, Obitia, Polea, Pouzoltzia, Sarcopolia. Order Santilales, Lauranthaceae, Actinanthella, Agelanthus, Erianthemum, Helixanthera, Mochiniella, Oncocalyx, Pedestylise, Plicocephalus, Septiina, Tapenanthus, Vanwykia, Viscaceae, Viscum. Order Sapindales, Anacardiaceae, Operculicaria, Pachycormus, Bursraceae, Boswellia, Bursra, Comifera, Meliaceae, Intandrifugma, Sapindaceae, Erythrophysa. Order Saxifragales, Crassulaceae, Adromiscus, Aeonium, Afrovivella, Ichrison, Bryophyllum, Cotyledon, Crassula, Cremniphylla times Cremnosedum, Dudleya, Echeveria, Graptopetalum, Greenovia, Hylotelefrum, Hypagophytum, Jovibarba, Calancho, Lenophyllum, Metrastaches, Monanthes, Oristaches, Pachyphytum, Perierosdom, Phaedamus, Pistrenia, Prometheum, Pseudosdom, Rhodiola, Rosalaria, Sedella, Sedum, Sempervivum, Cynocrasula, Tompsella, Tylocodon, Umbilicus, Villidia, Saxifragaceae. Order Solanales, Convolvulaceae, Hypomia, Meremia, Stictocardia, Turbina, Solanaceae, Nolana. Order Vitelverticeae, Cissus, Cyphostema. Order Zygophilales, Zygophilaceae, Auger, Cetzania, Zygophyllum. Asterisk Boraginaceae, Heliotropium asterisk Acassinaceae, Pyrenacantha. For some families and subfamilies, most members of succulent, for example the Cacticeae, Agavoideae, Azoaceae, and Crassulaceae. The table below shows the number of succulent species found in some families. Cultivation. Succulents are very difficult to kill, and if properly potted require little maintenance to survive indoors. Succulents are very adaptable houseplants and will thrive in a range of indoor conditions. Succulents can be propagated by different means. The most common one is the vegetative propagation. They include cuttings where several inches of stem with leaves are cut and after healing produce a callus. After a week or so, roots may grow. A second method is division, consisting of uprooting an overgrown clump and pulling the stems and roots apart. The easiest one is allowing the formation of callus from a leaf. The vegetative propagation can be different according to the species. Bibliography: Anderson, Miles, Cacti and Succulents, Illustrated Encyclopedia, Oxford. Sebastian Kelly, ISBN 9781840812534. Beantia, Hank. The Kew Plant Glossary, Richmond, Surrey, Royal Botanic Gardens. Kew, ISBN 9781842464229. Compton, R.H. ed. Our South African Flora, Cape Times Limited, OCLC 222,867,742. Hecht, Hans, Cacti and Amp, Succulents, New York, Sterling, ISBN 9780806905495. Hewitt, Terry. The Complete Book of Cacti and Amp, Succulents, London, Covent Garden Books, ISBN 9781856054027. Innes, Clive, An Amp Wall, Bill, Cacti, Succulents and Bromeliads, London, Castle for the Royal Horticultural Society, ISBN 9780304320769. Jacobson, Herman, A Handbook of Succulent Plants, Poole, Dorset, Blandford Press, ISBN 9780713701401. Martin, Margaret J., and Amp. Chapman, Peter R. Succulents and the Cultivation, London, Faber and Amp. Faber, ISBN 9780571102211. Rowley, Gordon D. Name That Succulent, Cheltenham, Gloss. Stanley Thorns, ISBN 9780859504478.